Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about people who they believe, and I'm not going to say every, but it's kind of like when you hear it from them, it's every. You know, it seems like any time that they talk about something like this, anytime they do, it is every time. I know it's going to make sense eventually, maybe, but they believe like rules and laws or regulations, things like this, or what are they having over there? Or you know, just foolish, and they know better than what the, you know, whatever kind of professional it is that made those, you know, or whatever. That they know better than them. They're just, you know, and they'll come up with some kind of BS of what that person or those people that came up with these rules, laws, regulations, and all so forth. You know, they'll come up with something to say about it. You know, to say that they really don't know what they're talking about. Okay, now I'm not talking about, well, let me try to give an example. Okay, pardon me. But, you know, something like, I'm just going to make up something, because I don't know if this is true. I'm just going to make up something. Say this, if you know, say like if a business has to have a certain width to their door or their walkway. I don't know how that is. I don't know anything about that. That's what I'm saying. And but they come to a place in a business and they don't have that. Like for somebody who is in a wheelchair, and it has to be a certain size or something like that. Whatever it is. But they don't have that, and they're told you know that you have to have that, but they know better. You know, oh, they're not going to tell that person that, but they'll tell anybody else. Well, that's just them trying to, you know, come up with something like that. They're just trying to do this. They're just trying to do that. When no, it's been around for many, many, many years. They just didn't know about it, and they just didn't check into it. Maybe you would think the person who built it would, but you see what I'm saying. You know, it could be a home or something like that. You know, at your home, if you rent a home or whatever it is. Like I say, I'm not a person who knows. And they get all angry and they blame the, you know, those professionals. They don't know. Yeah, some things have reminded me of this lately, and that kind of thinking, you know, that they somehow know better than the people who are the ones. It just goes beyond, and not really. Now, some would say this is a narcissistic behavior. Okay, where was I? But now we do see this quite often. You might not. You might be in a world where you don't see people trying to say that they know better than the professionals or the scientists or the whatevers. Lawmakers and so forth. You might be one of the rare few, in my opinion. It would be very rare. If you don't turn on your TV, if you live at kind of a hermit and you really don't have much association with anybody or read a newspaper or anything like that, maybe. Because I think many of us who, you know, in some way, you know, shape or form or fashion have, so, you know, associated with something that we hear from the outside world. Yeah. You know, especially like you have news networks that one has, not just one, but let's just say one is going to say one side of it and the other one's going to say the other side, and they're going to say the lawmakers are all wrong on the other side. You know, this is not good for us. This is not good for humans, in my opinion. It's good to sometimes have disagreements, not just to believe that, okay, only one is right, but for there to be so much to where a person is just overwhelmed with it. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, maybe I need to go deeper with that. You know, like when there's never a resolution, it's always just a difference. And this is nothing new. This is nothing new. And but there's always this, and it gets more and more heated to where more, you know, people are more and more divided, and some gain this kind of arrogance this kind of, like I said, some would say narcissism, and in a way, if you read the criteria and all that, some would say symptoms, they do believe that with nothing to back it up, it's just their opinion that they know more, because they think it, they believe that, therefore it's true, and that they've connected the dots, and therefore it's true. No, it doesn't work that way, but for them it does. But no. Okay, well, anyway, this was on my mind again, because of some reason, again. And like I've not spoken of this before, but I have. But yeah, this is not good. This is not healthy, what we see. I cannot imagine this at all being in any way, shape, form, or fashion healthy for humans to be so divided, to where, that it's developed over many years. And too many are too angry that their way of looking at something isn't the only way. But like I said, there needs to be, at the same time, in my view, there needs to be some conclusion that people say, well, yeah, that would be, that would be healthy, that would be right, for someone who, is in a wheelchair to be able to get through that door. That would be smart. That would be healthy. Instead of taking it down a road and saying, well, they're just trying to tell us what to do and blah, 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 blah. No. Think the situation is this. So, anyway, I'm wrapping this up.